quick check-in on the garlic here on a beautiful sunny day. I think it's 53 degrees out. Sun is shining. The wind has finally died down. And the green garlic shoots are popping through. I gotta pull this and get it to the farm soon before they grow through and I can't disentangle them from the screen. Very encouraging. Big shout out and a thank you to my friend Monica for the garlic bulbs. These are Red Russian. Just back up the farm here after work, and man, is it beautiful out. It's 53 the last I looked at the thermometer. Sunny. There's something so peaceful about hearing those peepers singing. Looks like spring is here. I mean, we could get another cold snap, that happens, but overall, it's kind of on. I'm excited about that. So I got a few trees I got to clip here out of this edge. This one cherry here leans out over where our fence is going to be. We want to leave that. And that one leans in the same direction, that cherry there. I'm going to drop those two. And this one here leans out over toward our roadway. I haven't decided on that yet. That might make a nice shade tree. It's far enough away that it won't affect our grow block for sunlight. And it seems fairly healthy, so we'll see. But a little bit more clearing to do here. I'm going to clean out around the base of this tree over here so I can get to it with a chainsaw reasonably easy. Because unfortunately this has fence wire strung all through it. Yeah, in the lower portion, so I'm going to want to go pretty high for the cut on that. And I'll probably notch the front, notch the back, and then maybe push it over with the hoe or something, because that's kind of a tricky spot. But I'm going to clean up all this garbage around the front of it so I can get to it and not trip. And I'm going to snatch this dead one up out of here, get that out of here, and I don't know, we'll see how much progress we make today. But that's okay. That's why we got a fence. Right, guys? Because you're hungry, right? March 20th, 2025. Been a whirlwind day. Had a good day at work. Ran home, grabbed a coffee quick. Up here to change out a hydraulic line. I know. I said I thought we were good for the season, but this one's bulging a little bit and it's got some cracks in it. I really should do these other three as well, but they're not in such bad shape, so I'm going to push that down the line because these lines are about 350 or 400 bucks a pop, so adds up quick. So I'm going to pull this line off and get that over to the hydraulic store tomorrow, get that fixed, and then we should be good on that. And I still have a leak on the swing piston I got to straighten out. I think that's that fitting. Make sure I get a shot here. I think that is the bottom of this fitting. I'll have to look at that later. Trying to beat the light. So I'm going to get rolling. That wasn't so bad. Only took about 8 or 10 minutes. And that line was in real rough shape. I had to scrape all the old grease off it to get the just to get it out through the channel that those lines run up on. This channel right here, there's a bolt block in here. I don't know if you can see that bolt plate. I had to loosen that. And then just to get through that channel, I had to scrape all the grease off. You can see how much gunk is in here. At some point, I got to clean the channel of this out a little better. But we got her off, and I had to dig it up out of the grease. It was buried in grease. So one tool I always bring with me now, since I know it's useful here working on tractors, it's an old 5-in-1 paint scraper tool. But I'll tell you what, it's great for getting grease off of nuts like that, so you can get the wrench on and get some torque on them. Without that, you'd be a long time trying to get a wrench to fit over the nut. Anyway, so I'll show you this is the spot that I noticed where it was bulging under pressure. Not bulging right now because it's not under pressure, but, and then as I look at the back side of that, there's quite a crack there as well. So this line was pretty shot and is definitely in need of replacement. And like I said, I got 3 more I got to do in here. And they got some checks and cracks in them, but they don't look too horrible at the moment. So I'm going to take it a little further before I replace them. Because like I said, they're about $300 or $400 a pop. So we're all said and done. We'll probably have about $2,500 in hydraulic lines in this thing. But man, she's worth it. What a beast. Ever since I had to take my 991 AA2 down. Line of rain coming tonight. Oh. There's that rain. So, got a new hydraulic line made up at PowerTech Hydraulics today. Only took them about 20 minutes to make this up. I got to watch them make it, so that was a cool experience. Had a nice chat with Josh there, who works there. And that is a beautiful line. They didn't have any of the line like I got from the other ones. That was from a different place. Those are 3,000 psi. This is 4,000 psi rated, so a little heavier duty. And I'm okay with that. Theoretically, that'll last longer and hold up better. Sun is about to set, and I got to get this in. And less peeper noise tonight because it's been cold and windy today. She's in. Brand new line. Had a little trouble sliding in there. It's a touch wider than the other ones. I had to pull the bracket bolt out completely to get it through, but got it through. It just wasn't clear in the fitting. New line in. Did not put this bracket back on yet. I haven't fired this up to test to make sure no leaks yet. I decided to get a clip while I had the daylight. I guess I'll try and give you a shot from this side. There you go. Brand new. Should be solid. All right, March 22nd, 2025. Just doing an oil change. Had the machine running for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour since I got here. Wallet warmed up so I could get a good drain on the oil. Oh yeah, and you can see that stuff is pretty black. So while that was warming up, I went around and greased up all our hinge points on the hoe, power steering, wheel bearings, steering points, all that kind of stuff. So she's all greased up, should run nice and smooth. Brand new hydraulic line on that one, and we'll be doing these other 3 eventually. Oh yeah, I gotta say, PowerTech Hydraulics really took care of me again. They didn't have 3,000 psi line in stock, but they did have 4,000, and the guy said, hey, it's more expensive. It's like $18 or $19 a foot instead of 13 or whatever. But that was still cheaper than the other place I had the hydraulic lines done last time. Last time, 2 of these lines at 3,000 psi, it cost me like $550 or $600, and this one was only $200 with tax. So for another $600, I can replace these other 3. We got brand new hydraulic lines all out to the hoe. So that's on the list for this summer. If I see one start to bulge, I'll pull it quicker than later. But yeah, we're basically pretty well good to go here. Oh yeah, these 2 grease fittings on the bucket were snapped off. So I pulled the old ones out and put new ones in, greased that up. Both those took quite a bit of grease. They hadn't been greased in a long time. And I just realized I missed 2 spots here. I gotta come back and hit these guys. But that should get us pretty well functional for now. And we'll just keep chipping away until she's spick and span and pristine. Eventually, when I get all the mechanical stuff working nicely, I'll go back and give her a real nice paint job. And man, will she be a spiffy machine then. For now, she's fully functional, and what a workhorse, man. This thing does amazing work with ease. Well. Got all the maintenance done. About an hour. Not bad for an oil change and a full grease over. I got up here and got some more clearing done. Got rid of the rest of those big bushes up to the edge of the toe of the slope of the ridge there. There's a ridge behind those cedars there, for those who don't know. And got the rest of this triangle cleared out up here. Right up to, obviously up to there. I think we're going to put an apiary in here. Not entirely sure. I got to have a look on AutoCAD. I might even slightly expand my fenced area to the north a bit, given how much space there is in here. And I'm going to go take a coffee break and let the wind and a little bit of sun that's peeking through the clouds do its job on these root balls. Let that dirt dry out a bit, and then when I go to push these into the pile, the majority of that dirt will fall off and we'll end up slowing the burn down when we go to burn this brush all off. So, good progress. The Massey Ferguson's running like a champ. What a beast. Just checking in on the garlic here before I head up to the farm. Popping through the screens. I gotta get up to the farm soon, but the ground is still super wet and soft around here right now. And I don't feel like lugging this out by hand, so we'll see if it firms up a little bit in the next few days. And if not, I may have to pull it anyway. But nice to see good germination. Cooler out today. But beautiful nonetheless with the sun shining through. Just got up here after work a little while ago. Not a lot of daylight left after today. But that's alright. I got a little bit of work done. And more importantly, I got fuel back in the Massey Ferguson. Put 10 gallons in her. Taking the cans with me, we'll probably put another 10 in her. I think she should be fueled for a good portion of the season from that. She's pretty good on fuel. She sips it. I mostly just wanted you to be able to hear those peepers because they're awesome. Well, another beautiful Catskill Mountain sunset. Can't beat that. Not even in British Columbia. March 27th, 2025. Just a quick checkup on the garlic. And they are rocking. Up to the property line. That's a nice chunk. I gotta do this side up to the edge. And then this area is cleared for this year for now. Here's an excellent example of where I'm taking a cedar stump out and I just drag the stump and look at the amount of root space that came with it. I mean, I got a cigarette I gotta put out here. And look at the soil under here. Look how aggregated the soil is. Look how beautiful that soil is. See? It's all about letting plants build soils. They're doing all the photosynthetic work. They're sequestering carbons. That's fueling all the biology. That biology is aggregating that soil and mining it for nutrients and feeding the plants in the process. It's a beautiful thing. Go. No sunset tonight, but a shot of the horse barns all lit up. Successful day. Got a lot done. Got a lot done here on the farm. More to do tomorrow if it doesn't pour on me. Plenty of other stuff to do if it does. Upon returning home, Nice and nice, peace and quiet. Taking up stumps again. Just want to point out the soil that's under here. There's your stump and roots. There's that light blonde clay. And then look at all the dark aggregated soil that's blended in with that. Well, at least the salad greens aren't going to waste. Drop that tree off and turn around. Well, just about 7 o'clock now. Still light out, which is nice. But it's been raining here since like 3:30. So I've been working in the rain and the cold on a tractor for 3-4 hours. Several hours before that. But that rain, it sure does make it cold and miserable. Still, good progress. Beautiful day. And I'll take a rainy day on the farm any day. I love farming. Wild cattle are here. Worked in the rain yesterday. Worked in the wind and the damp coolness today. Not very nice weather to be sitting on a machine, but got my heavy jacket on, worked away, and man, got a bunch done. Feeling really good about it. Considering expanding the area I'm going to fence this year. Trying to see if I can budget all the pieces to make it happen. I think I can squeeze it off, and it'd give us a half an acre fenced in with vinyl coated chicken wire, 10 feet high, 2 feet in the ground. So I want to keep everything out. I think I showed you several clips now that the deer come in here. They don't even care that I'm here on a tractor. They'll move just far enough away that I can't reach out and touch them with a backhoe. Anyway, this is cleared. Right back to property line. Some final grading and cleanup stuff to do, but rough grading's in. Stumps are out, trees are out, bushes are out. And I'll come back and do a little bit of final grading on this after we burn off, or maybe even before. And then we'll set fence about 25 feet or so off of the property line. I gotta fuddle with that a little bit more on AutoCAD and see what the best fit is. And that should give us a 75-foot wide by 300-foot long fenced area, for a total fenced in area of 22,500 square feet. Well, we'll see what develops. That wind is cold. I need a coffee. Cheers. Got some others to show you. Some of the brush and trees. Some of these cedar trees are pretty tall. Some of these are 25, 30-foot tall trees. There's some nice poles in there. If I had more time, I might strip them out. But they take an awful long time to let them out, even with a chainsaw. And I've got a farm to fence, fertilize, amend, and plant. So I think we're gonna burn most of it, but we'll see. Might salvage some of those cedar poles out of there. Yep, cloudy, gray, low overcast day. Can't even see the Catskills today. They peak around 3,500 to 4,500 or so. Most have been in the upper 3,000 range. So low cloud cover today. You feel it in the air, it's damp. It's 47 degrees.